I had a few comments like this on my last video, so I figured I would show you how I did my makeup from the last video because I have a job today and I have to do a smoky eye. So starting with some skin prep, this is the Rhode Glazing Milk. I absolutely love this stuff. I also just got all of these brushes from Morphe and it's crazy. There's so many. So I'm gonna try to use a lot of these today. When I'm doing heavier eye makeup looks, I do always start with the eyes, but normally I would do skin first. But I'm gonna take a concealer brush and just put a good base of concealer on my lid just to prep the lid. And not me talking like I am a professional makeup artist, because I definitely am not, but I do think dance competitions definitely prepared me for a smoky eye. So this is the palette I'm going to be using. It's the Makeup by Mario Master the Neutrals. This is the like cool toned one, and then there's a warm toned one as well. So this is what I'll be using today. So I'm going to start off with this shade, just covering my eyelid with the biggest brush that I'm going to use today, adding a nice base. Now with that same brush, I'm just going to take this color that's a little bit darker and just not take it all the way up to my lash line, so just starting at the lid, but really covering most of the lid and just really blending that out. Okay, so once I have that second shade blended in, I'm gonna take just a tiny bit smaller of a brush and go in with this color right here, and I'm gonna kind of, now that I'm getting darker, kind of pat it off a little bit, but starting by the lash line, just adding that pigment. You really can't go wrong, but just really staying close to the lash line and then bringing it up a little bit. Adding a little more. It's almost the messier the better, but really keeping it on the lid, and then I can take this other brush and kind of blend it out a little bit. And then taking the fluffy brush and just going back on this color and kind of blending that out even more, dragging to the outer corner, just really blend. And then on the other side, just packing in that darker color close to the lash line, bringing it up a little bit, and I just am constantly switching and blending. A little bit more of this one. And I can kind of, just without even dipping this brush, bring things up a little bit more so that there's not a line anywhere. And then I'm gonna take just a smaller brush and go in with the medium shade first and just give a little undershadow all the way around. We'll probably have to touch this up after, but it'll give it just that nice shadow really on the lash line. And a little bit with the darkest shade on the outer corner. A little dark, okay. Now I'm going to tight line my eyes. The nice thing is you can kind of be messy with this. This is the Makeup by Mario in brown. So I just really close my, oh, wow, I can't do this today. Cool. And now I'm just gonna take a brush and just kind of blend it all out. I got some above the lash line and in the waterline as well. So just kind of buffing that out. And then getting it in this inner corner. And you can kind of elongate the eye as well as I poke myself in the eye. My eyes have always been so sensitive, so this is really good for me. And then other side. Just get it all there, and then on the lash line. Again, messy because we're just gonna blend it out. And then just going in again, just really buffing everything out. Okay, so the eyes are done, and I'm gonna do my base just as I normally would. And don't forget to wipe the fallout from beneath your eyes, and that way you can kind of create the shape of the shadow as well. This Say liquid bronzer. I'm using a lot of Say today, but I feel like this more muted blush works better with the stronger eye. I just think you don't want anything too pink or red or orange, and this kind of feels very neutral. Oh my gosh, I love that blush. Just the Kosas tinted brow gel, and then the Kosas cloud setting powder. I like using a little brush too. This YSL bronzer is by far my favorite bronzer. So just add a little bit of that. I don't know if this is breaking the rules, but Makeup by Mario has this like cream powdery blush, and I'm just gonna kind of tap that on top. Just for a little extra. Now just going in with that smog brush underneath the eyes, just to make sure that this is all nice and buffed out. Curl the lashes. Glossier Lash Lick. Makeup by Mario lip pencil in almond. A Clarins lip oil in the iconic red. Just kind of blend that together. And this is the final look.